Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Talking politics with Russel Norman.
Yeah, the co-leader of the Greens joins us this morning. Good morning to you, Russell.
Morning, Wammo.
I was very interested to hear in the news at the top of the hour that Dr. Green, who's facing all kinds of cannabis charges going back to 2007, supply charges and whatnot, he's made the statement that cannabis is going to be legalised very, very, very soon, so all this hoo-ha is short-lived. Now, does Dr. Green know something that the rest of us don't?
I suspect not.
No?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Well, he might do. You never know. That seems unlikely.
Marijuana hasn't really been on the Green agenda for a wee while now, has it?
Well, I mean, our policy is decriminalisation, and we just couldn't get any progress with the last government, and I doubt we're going to get any progress with this one. So, we've got 9 votes out of 120, so, we don't have the numbers to get it through.
It would take some kind of major political shift, some kind of revolution, wouldn't it, really?
Well, I guess so. I mean, it seems so weird, though, because, cannabis is obviously decriminalised in South Australia, and in the Australian Capital Territory, all those federal bureaucrats in Canberra all can grow their own dope. So it seems so strange, but yeah, I think you're right.
It's turned out to be a bit of a money spinner in California, is that right?
Well, they've got medical marijuana over there. So when I was last in LA, wherever you went, there were these medical marijuana shops, and they'd have doctors inside that you could go in and get a prescription to say that you needed cannabis to for your health condition and
to carry on with life. Yeah,
it was pretty freely available.
Yeah, but so Dr. Green really he's putting all his hopes in the wrong place, perhaps.
Well, the doctor may know something, but yeah, I doubt it. I can't see getting a majority in the House to decriminalise cannabis at the moment.
Okay, let's look at something completely different. The research and science funding and technology as well. 321 million is going to be announced in the budget. What are the Greens thinking on this? Is this a good amount of money to be spending?
Well, I think that you could probably spend a bit more than they're spending. But I mean, for us, the real issue is what are you going to spend it on, and where does it come from? So, what are they going to cut? For example, there's some concern that they're going to be cutting environmental science research, though we don't know if it's connected, but there have been some loss of jobs in environmental science. And then the second issue is, well, what are they going to spend it on? So, obviously we think that it's essential that we spend it on investing in clean technology and investing in research, science and technology that reduces our environmental footprint and also that, actually prepares New Zealand to prosper. With the green economic revolution that's coming our way, we want New Zealand to be set up to prosper from it, and that means we need to do the research. It's
interesting listening to a commentator yesterday on this one who specifically deals with new startups, and he says that often the research has already been done. The issue is getting some of the products to the marketplace and finding bigger markets. That's where the funding needs to go into to actually help businesses grow.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a very good tradition of moving from research to commercialisation. So other countries seem to be a lot better at it, particularly the United States seems to be very good at connecting research in universities to commercialisation.
Yeah.
So when I was over there last year, I was looking at a whole bunch of proposals where they had a lot of research, because the clean technology research over there is huge, but it's very closely connected with commercialisation. Now, I mean, I think it's really important that we do public good science, which, doesn't have any particular connection with commercial outcomes.
Yeah.
But it's also important that, where there are applications, that we take advantage of it so that we can actually develop them into, profitable businesses.
Because the government has gotten into this habit of backing winners all the time, as opposed to spreading some of that money around to smaller outfits and just seeing what will grow. I mean, there's more risk involved, but the potential rewards are huge.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, the thing is I'd say I support backing winners to the extent of saying let's back a sector. So, the government's economic strategy is, this kind of mine it, whether it's mining minerals in Conservation Park or mining water in Canterbury. But it's kind of got a pretty basic 19th century economic development strategy. Whereas I'd say let's back a sector like the clean energy sector, which is going to, obviously be part of the future world economy because it has to grow so quickly in order to solve the issues around climate change and peak oil. So let's support a sector, and don't back a number of different companies within a sector, but let's actually pick a winner in the sense of picking a sector. Whereas the government's trying to pick a winner in the sense of extractive industries, and I really think that's not going to work.
Russel Norman, co-leader of the Greens, thanks very much for your time.
My pleasure, Wammo.
Cheers. Here's a track from Knives at Noon. It's the new one from them. This is called Licking Plastic.